Pterodactyls worldwide alive. On October 15, 2002, the Anchorage Daily News in Alaska is said to have reported that people in Togiak and Manokotak, southwestern corner of Alaska, had witnessed a huge bird-like flying creature that looked like a pterodactyl. It was said to be as big as a light aircraft. Sighting number 2, firefighters in Alberta, Canada. Quote, back in the 80s, around 100 of us were kicking back on the cut line, having lunch. We were fighting fire. At one point, we spotted a big bird coming down the cut line, and it was at a distance where we all thought it was an eagle. But the closer it got, the bigger it got. At that point, you could hear a pin drop. We couldn't believe what we were seeing. It flew about 70, maybe 80 feet above us, and at that point, my curiosity went to total fear. If this thing decided he wanted one of us, it would have been that easy. That's how big it was. It looked to be 20 feet across at the wings. The wings reminded me of a bat. The head had a long beak with a big point in the back of its head, and it had a tail as well. It didn't have one feather on it. When it flapped its wing, it was so smooth and carried a long distance with just one flap of its wings. This was in northern Alberta. No roads for hundreds of miles around us. It even hung its head down and looked at us as it flew by. I just got an email from this lady who said she saw a documentary about a sighting of a pterodactyl. Quote, I am writing to tell you I saw the same creature, but it was between 1969 to 1970 and in the northeast corner of Colorado. I was horseback riding when suddenly my horse stopped dead in her tracks, then began to tremble violently. I looked over her head to follow her direction of sight, and I saw it. This thing was huge and gliding rather than flying, and it was very close to the ground. I was up on a slight incline of this hill, and it glided past us within 20 yards. Its skin was yellowish tan or olive green color, leathery looking, no feathers. I looked it in the eye, and to me, it looked evil. It didn't make any sound at all. There was the appendage on the top of its head. What I have wondered since seeing this is why would it be clear out here on the plains where there are very few trees and no mountains for over 100 miles that I know of. I was just a kid, and because I knew I would get teased and scoffed at, I didn't tell anyone about it. Sighting number 4, South Carolina. Non-extinct pterodactyls or flying dinosaurs. This was near Bishopville in 1984. The wingspan estimate about 10 to 14 feet. The huge creature had no feathers. Quote, standing in the middle of the road, it was at least 10 feet tall, unquote. Sighting number 5 in the Southwest Pacific. In the Philippines, quote, we were having a vacation in my grandfather's house in San Antonio. I saw a bat-like flying creature in the ceiling of the house in the second floor. No feathers, almost skinny like a bat, skin color brown, and its beak is so long, and one horn is directly opposite to its beak. I really think it is a dinosaur, remnant of a pterodactyl. I am aware of what a bat looks like, and it is not a bat.
But it had a big wingspan.
Okay. Very big, too big, okay.
But anyway, it was huge.
7 meters.
7 meters, okay.
I was actually terrified.
Its mouth like a crocodile.
Like a crocodile? Like a crocodile, okay. You saw the Ropen, were you afraid?
So I'm very scared.
Very scared? And you left right away? You went?
Yes, I ran away.
You ran away? Okay.
On March 25th, You were sick that day.
Well, I was in my hammock and I heard big bird, and big hubbub. I looked up into the sky and I saw it almost right away. It was almost directly above me. It was larger than any of the eagles or any of the other birds that we'd seen. Leathery, had the claws on the wings. But I saw the animal and I was just stunned. You just look at it like, whoa.
In a very remote village in a country like New Guinea, it was really a frightening activity for me. I know exactly what I saw. When I saw it, I could take you today if we could go there. I could take you to the spot. And it's the same area that my husband and Steve saw the 3 other ones going down the branch of another river. I could take you there today and I know what I saw.